Hey, what is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. Apparently, I screwed up and didn't change all of the stuff here on this screen. Oh, I did. I did change some of the stuff. Oh, right. I changed everything on the stream starting soon screen. Okay, well, I fix that for a moment. Today, we are playing Haunter in Generation 1. Haunter, obviously, just essentially Ghastly with better stats. Haunter actually doesn't really have a very big difference in like the run to Gengar, or like to Ghastly. All right, there we go. So Ghastly's run basically just does minimum battles, and so the Gengar run, judging by how I was level 62, did not do minimum battles. Probably one of the reasons why it's behind Ghastly. So for Haunter's run today, we are going to be doing minimum battles, and we're probably going to follow a lot of the strategies that we follow with Ghastly, because it is still Haunter and it is not Gengar, so it may be better, but it is not the greatest. Quite frankly, I am not entirely sure how different it is, but if you want, I can pull it up real quick. Pokemon Ghastly. Okay, so Ghastly's stats. All right, so it's got, wow, Haunter's got 50% more HP, 40% more attack, which you're probably thinking, attack, that doesn't matter. And you'd be wrong, because we use Lick. Believe it or not, that might turn some of those early game 4 shots or 3 shots with the Route 3 Pokemon and the Nugget Bridge Pokemon into 2s and 3 shots. So that extra attack will matter. The special attack only goes up by 15, so that one's not a big deal. Defense goes up by 15, which, again, that one's not a big deal because we don't get hit by a lot of physical moves. But we do get hit by a Bone Club from that very first Cubone in Rock Tunnel. So there is that. And then there's always the chance you get hit by the Cubone or Marowak at the very top of Silphco. So having a little bit extra defense is just another level of security blanket I'd like to have. The speed goes from 80 to 95, which on the Ghastly run, I actually had to get Carbos. And that was because I needed to outspeed the final Alakazam. But without that little caveat there of 80 speed, and now that we have 95 speed, quite frankly, 90 or maybe 85, but probably 90 would be perfect to outspeed everything in the entire game. So having 95 pretty much means we're going to outspeed everything that we could ever run into, and therefore we don't really need Carbos whatsoever. I can buy Calcium from the Mart, so all of our Thunderbolts and our Psychics will be slightly stronger. And the only advice I had for myself when we did the Ghastly run was to use all of our rare candies before Blaine. I think we will probably repeat that strategy because, quite frankly, from Blaine to the very end of the game, there is only a few trainers more than when we usually do it. We normally use all of our candies before Rival 6. The trainers in between Rival 6 and Blaine are basically just Sabrina, the 2 trainers in Blaine's gym, and then, or not Blaine's gym, Giovanni's gym, and Giovanni himself. So it's really just four trainers early. So it's not that big of a difference. Now, I did consider doing it before Rival 5, but Rival 5 is way before the end of the game, so I probably will not do that. But on the second run, if we end up having problems with Rival 5 on the first run, we might consider using it before Rival 5, because really, Rival 5 is just 3 trainers before Blaine. So, I mean, it's a lot closer, a lot further from the end of the game, but it's not that crazy far either. But anyways, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I can get rid of that now. We don't need that. All right, let me go ahead and start up the vertical stream. All right, hello everybody on the vertical stream. If you want to see the moveset and stats, make sure to check out the horizontal stream. For now, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you want to have your nickname selected, make sure to comment on the community post. Today's comments for our run today are Annie with Spectre, Speed with Morty, Big Swole with Creepy, Wicked J with Spooky Scoop, which would be too many characters, Dominic with Crusher D's. Oh, sorry, that's from Machoke, my bad. Andrew Palmer with Lick Ghoul, and Rayon with a Machoke name. So, I get to choose between the 5 nicknames that we have for Hunter. I really like Morty. I'm going to save that for our second run because it's a short name, and as you know, extra few characters. Shorter name sometimes helps a little bit. Creepy is interesting. Spooky Scoop is interesting. Lick Ghoul. I like Lick Ghoul. I think that one's good. All right. Well, today's run, I put the over-under actually a higher time than I put for Ghastly, and I do think this run will be better than Ghastly, but I do think the first run will probably end up figuring things out. So we'll have some trials and tribulations that will inevitably lose us some time. So I didn't want to handcuff myself by putting such a really low over-under. All right. I think we are ready to go now. All right. Fingers crossed. So has anybody in chat bought the Oblivion Remastered? I've been playing that for the last 3 days. Or 2 days. Whenever it was released. Not super far yet. But gotta say, really loving the game. It feels like everything that Skyrim reminded me, but just newer. All right, let's see. We got Lick, Ghoul. Here we go. Hello, Sasha. Welcome to the stream. All right, we started our timer. I don't necessarily know if Lick is going to do more damage than Nightshade, but I can only assume that Nightshade's going to do more. Welcome, Sigma Riz. Welcome to the stream. We are not going to be battling wild Pokemon. Unfortunately, they do slow us down. As we learned from the Ghastly stream, it just takes too many attacks to knock them out. They're all normal type, so it's like Lick doesn't affect them at all. Wow, this color palette actually is a little blinding for the grass. But regardless, it shouldn't be too hard to can I say Sigma? I just did. But luckily we're in the medium slow level up group, so once we defeat Brock, which we inevitably will, we'll get a lot of much needed experience very quickly. All right, that was probably real risky. If you're wondering why I'm skipping those antidotes, it is because we're poison type. And if you guys didn't already know, poison types cannot be poisoned with poison moves. Say 10 stuff that are brain rot. That's a really hard list. I don't really use social media, like, at all. The only social media platform that I use is Reddit, and I don't post on it. I only read from it. And so I don't really have any brain rot categories that I look at or follow in the slightest. All right, so the strategy for Brock is to confuse Ray it. So, oops. When he hits himself, it disables confuse Ray. It disables bide when he hits himself. So he has to start bide over if he hits himself. Do I go to Sephora? I only know what Sephora is because I remember seeing it at the mall when I was a kid. But no, I've never been to Sephora myself. Nor have I ever been to really any mall stores. Quite frankly, I don't really go to anywhere that sells clothes, like, at all. I'm a kid. I'm 30. Sephora. That's a good one, though. All right. I just now remembered why I need to use Lick on all of the Pokemon that are not normal type, because I need to save the Nightshades for the normal types. Guess my age? Well, considering you called me young, I'm going to go ahead and say it's older than me. So, but since you also know what Sephora is in general, it can't be too much older than me. So I'm going to go ahead and say 38. Well, I didn't think I would guess correctly, but if I'm in the ballpark, that would be great. Too old. Okay. Are you close to my age then? I guess you would have to be. Okay, well, clearly the licks save a lot of time by being a haunter as opposed to being a ghastly. So I can, in theory, on the second run, use more Nightshades. Well, D1, a lot of the people that play Pokemon are your age. Like, you're the same age as Scott. So it's not, well, not the same age, but like you're the same age as like that Scott, Van Man, Gym Leader Matt kind of area. So it's not out of the ordinary to guess that people who play Gen 1 are in their mid to late 30s. I mean, quite frankly, I think one of the reasons why 13, wow. I, at the age of 30, play so much Gen 1 as it is because my parents were always buying the cheapest stuff possible. I just realized that Pokeball had a 54% chance of catching. For some reason, my brain thought that I would have a much, much easier time catching. Hey, boss. Welcome to the stream. Okay, why am I doing that? We already know Zubat. Zubat's one of the scariest Pokemon in this entire run. Not because it's strong, but because if I get hit by Confuse Ray, I can hit myself for massive damage since my defense stat is so low. But I was always having like secondhand everything, you know. Like, I had a Game Boy Color when people had the Game Boy Advance. I had the Game Boy SP when everyone else had the DS. I never even got a oh crap, I didn't need that great ball. I never even got a DS until I bought myself a 3DS in high school. Okay, well, I didn't need that great ball, but oh well. All right, I need to really, really pay attention right here because I could run out of PP very easily. Thank you for missing Gust. I appreciate it. Oh, you're confused no more. That's really unfortunate. If it would have hit itself in confusion even one time, that would have saved me a Nightshade. Well, quite frankly, almost every member of his team, if they hit himself even one time, it'll save me a nightshade. Truth or dare? Well, considering I'm playing this game, I guess I'm gonna have to pick truth. If I pick dare, then I would probably have to get up from my computer and do something. All right, this trainer right after this one, I'm gonna heal. I know she's got a Pidgey, so I'll use the rest of my nightshades on her. Oh, she used Sand Attack. That was a good call to go in with 5 nightshades just in case. Perfect. I should now have enough PP for the rest of the route. Is it true that I have a big forehead? I think the reason why I have a big forehead is because I shaved my hair pretty far back. But no, everyone's forehead's like this big. There's something actually, hold on, let me just pause. So right here is called the Widow's Peak. You learn that in high school or late middle school, I don't remember. Anyways, it's one of those traits, but regardless, one of the things that the Widow's Peak shows you is where your hair, like where your hair, like the end of where your hair starts growing. So like if you were to shave your head all the way back to Widow's Peak, you would see just how short of a hairline everybody has and how big of a forehead everyone has. I can't do dare, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a run. Am I gonna have the draft on a separate TV? Well, D1, here's the thing, the draft starts at 8, so I'm probably only going to miss the first 3-ish picks, I would guess. But yes, that is disappointing to miss the Browns pick. I really, really, really hope the Browns do not take Travis Hunter. Every single person and pundit or podcaster has basically got the Browns almost as a guarantee they're taking Travis Hunter, and I don't understand. Why would you draft either a cornerback or a receiver second? He plays both, yes, but he will mostly be playing one, or he'll be playing on and off one. It makes no sense why they would draft him there. If he is one or the other, it would be way, way, way too high. Do I want Carter? Okay, so the thing about Carter, the reason why I would, in fact, want them to take Carter is because, do you remember the year the Rams won the Super Bowl? The year the Rams won the Super Bowl, they had 2 pass rushers that were both high end. I can't remember the name of both of them, but they had 2 pass rushers that were on the same level as Myles Garrett. So if the Browns were to have 2 pass rushers, it would be really, really difficult for any team to be able to put up a lot of offense on them. It would almost be impossible to score 40 points. Exactly. Aaron Donald and Von Miller. Exactly. So, it would make perfect sense. I will subscribe if I do dare, but I don't know what you... Okay, well, all right, I'll do dare. What do you want? What is so important? I must do dare. It's okay, Dominic. You don't need to know anything about sports to know the Browns suck, and they always make the wrong choice. jump 30 times or 10? Oh, that's easy. I could do you one better. I could do jumping jacks if you want. Okay, I take that back. I can't do jumping jacks because there's a roof over my head, but I can do jumps. Ooh. There's also a heater there, so I just stepped on the cord really hard. $30. Okay. There we go. All right, and unpause. No! I didn't already beat Misty? Darn it. Well, that's really unfortunate. It's a good thing that Nightshade is a consistent damage dealing move, because Misty, Starmie would actually completely and utterly resist Nightshade if this were a different gen. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. Game dev. Gotta love it when you see a missed hypnosis and a hit yourself. News doesn't get better than that. Okay, so this one is gonna be a bunch of Nightshades. Oh wow, we're a higher level than I'm supposed to be. These are supposed to be 2 shots. But no, they're not. Okay, well I did get an ether, so luckily we're gonna have enough PP. But boy, was it close. Actually, now that I think about it, we don't have enough. I just realized there's a lot of normal types between now. No! Okay, well, the second round's gonna be a major improvement. It's the third room. The third room's the one with the ether. This upcoming Ponyta can actually hit me with Ember. Did you just see me walk out of there without the rare candy? Am I like stupid or something? Regardless, there's gonna be some room for improvement on the second run now, at least. I might end up having to defeat Surge with... No, I think I'll have enough Nightshades now. I probably should have used a few more licks there on War Total for the next run, I'll know that. I don't know if that last ether is necessary. I think I've also been underutilizing Confuse Ray. I just realized I forgot to sell items at the mart. I only bought items. I don't think that should matter. How dare you? How dare you paralyze me? Do you know who you're paralyzing? Oops. Just did a run that had a Pokemon with Dig on, so I had to switch to my main Pokemon because I assumed my main Pokemon had Dig for some reason. Okay, I'm not paralyzed, so that's at least good for this first Bellsprout. Hey, it missed Stun Spore. That's actually quite helpful. Well, I mean, it's only helpful for one battle. It means that this battle I'm not going to be paralyzed for. Back to that draft talk we were talking about earlier, though. Pretty much hope that the Browns do not draft Travis Hunter. There goes there. Oh, Nightshade is a free shot. That's not great. Although we did just do a run with Groudon where it also had Bone Club, and it's good, nice to see the Bone Club misses for both players and not just me. Perfect. How dare you hit me with Rock Throw? Don't you know you're supposed to use like Defense Curl, Tackle, or Self-Destruct? You tried to also Rock Throw me. How dare you use actually good moves? Alright. We're finally getting to the area where we're going to finally have Psychic. The run is about to open up to us. The world is going to be our oyster. All we have to do is go get Psychic. I'm going to skip the rocket candy. I don't think we need all of the candies this run. All right, Great Ball, Nugget, 11, Max Potion, Full Restore, 34, Potion. That's it. Buy 8 Super Repels. One Pokédoll. 1 Freshwater. 3 Calciums. All right, those should be the only vitamins we're going to use this run. All right, Teach Fly, Teach Fly. There we go. For some reason, I got this habit of going to my Pokemon. Nope, wrong direction. Going to my Pokemon like I can teach, like I have Fly already, despite not teaching it yet. That was close. Can you imagine if I started the rival without Psychic? That would have sucked. Alright, we're gonna have some major moves to move around. There we go. Probably should just use Thunderbolt. All right, I have got the 8 Super Pals. That's good. Got Psychic, so the Ghastlies won't be an issue. So the only Pokemon I'm really worried about the rest of this tower is the final Drowsy. That Drowsy is very annoying. Could never knock it out in one hit. Not even Pokemon Body Slam. Interesting note to self. If you walk into an item while you're holding A, the moving takes the priority over the item. And now I know. Guess it clicks A after I stop moving. All right. Oh my god, I got 10% confused and fell asleep. I hate that Drowsy. And I also hit myself from the 10% confused, so like it's real hard for me to lose that battle. Unless it hits that first turn hypnosis. Nope, wrong. Oh, it's a 3-shot. Bummer. At least Barrage can't hit me. Some of these unnecessary saves I'll probably also remove on the second run. I don't really think saving is all that necessary here, but I could be underleveled enough. I'm not, though. Even though I double resist Grass Boost, so she's not going to use them unless she has to, like that Vileplume. So picking up early Psychic, it adds the Saffron City to the fly list. So it means I have to like click an extra time. Not something I'm used to doing. I don't usually get early Psychic. How am I this bad? Hey, Annie. All right, we got the PP up. That's our last PP up. We're only going to have, since we didn't get the underground candy, we're only going to have 14 psychics, but I don't think it should matter as much. Dang it. All right, I don't necessarily have to take the max potion. This is a Pokemon that also doesn't get poisoned, so Quite frankly, the full restore is basically the same as the max potion, but it has the added benefit. If I get paralyzed, it's not as big of a deal. All good, Annie. All good. That's the beauty when no one expects you to be there. It's always upside if you're there, and it's never downside if you're not. Ouch. No way. I got 10% confused again. Okay. Luckily, I had the foresight to save. Nice crit. I actually forgot that crits were a thing in this run. I have not really gotten any crits this run. I got an 18% chance to crit. I mean, to be fair, though, I have been using Nightshade most of the run, so the expected amounts of crits is also lower. I think Nightshade might do more damage than Thunderbolt. We'll know next run now. Well, Annie, it's hard to get crits when the majority of the move that you're using is Nightshade. I was like, what move am I learning? I don't think I learn any moves. This is another also benefit that you don't really most people don't really understand over Ghastly, but every single time Ghastly leveled up, I pretty much got the evolving screen. So every single time I level up and finish a battle, I don't have to evolve with this Pokemon. That also saves time. So just realize that in this run, I pretty much have to get the Lapras from Rival 5. So even if I wanted to early candy, I couldn't. Or like if I wanted to do Blaine before Rival 5, I couldn't. No, darn it. I didn't mean to grab any more vitamins this run. All right, I got 109 speed. I believe the Alakazam only has 90 speed, so I think we'll be fine. I missed. Okay, good. We're good. I grabbed the... Okay, imagine if that water gun had like crit. That would have been real scary. I don't think I would have... I think I would have lived, so it wouldn't have been a big deal, but can you imagine? All right, so basically the only chance of losing that battle is the chance that you get knocked out via hypnosis misses. So, if anybody is wondering, I'm trying to pay attention to how many psychics I'm using throughout this run too, because I am going to try and cut out the... I mean, I should have used some Nightshades at some point during that battle, but I think I can cut out Oh, actually, hold on. Well, I'm going to try and cut out the PP up. No. Okay, well, those are in the wrong order. That's really unfortunate. Did something wrong again. We're not learning a single move from here to the end of the run, game dev. Once you get, let's see. Once you get hypnosis, you don't learn any moves for the rest of the run. All right, so in the Ghastly run, we rare candied before Blaine. And that helps for Sabrina as well. And I think it's because the Blaine has Fire Blast. 2 Fire Blast can probably knock you out, whereas if I use all my candies, they won't. And you don't really need the late game levels. It's the levels that you need are mostly for the hard battles, and this is the hard battle. Like, normally in most runs, you need to use candies for that extra oomph in the late game. This Pokemon doesn't need an extra oomph in the late game. It needs an extra oomph on the hard battles. Which is, I think this one is one of them. Oh yeah, we do Blaine for Sabrina because we need the extra, special. Because we're going to have to knock out Alakazams and whatnot with Thunderbolt. So the extra special is helpful. Right. Also for defensive reasons too. Although I think I probably will just... I'll try Thunderbolt in this very first battle, but I'm wondering if Nightshade's the right idea. The right move. I got the 10% confused again. Hit myself. Hit myself. Hit myself. Okay, well, we have to go for hypnosis. And I missed. Three hit myself is a little unbelievable. All right, let's see how much damage Thunderbolt does. Okay, well, that was a crit. But looks like it's a 3-shot, and I think Nightshade is also going to be a 3-shot, so I don't think it matters. But Thunderbolt has the upside of critting, whereas Nightshade does not have the upside of critting. All right, I'm going to really pay attention to my psychic count here. Right now, I think I can get away with only having 1 PP up next run instead of 2. Because the second PP up, the one in Erica's city, is kind of out of the way. I guess that's technically the first PP up. Okay, good. We one-shot. That's great. Rhydon can't hurt us. All right, because of that extra trainer that we battled on Cycling Road, I don't exactly know what position we'll be in when we get here in the next run. Now, I did rare candy after Blaine, so there's a good chance that we could be in the exact same position and that trainer was just useless, but there's also a chance that that trainer actually brought us 1 extra level, so when we did all the rare candy before Blaine, we would be 1 higher level. So there's no real way of knowing. All right, I gotta hit this hypnosis. Sweet. Yeah, it's a 3-shot no matter what. Okay, well, looks like we don't have to do anything here in Victory Road. Just start the Elite Four when we get there. No rare candies to use or anything. No battles in Victory Road. No! I just realized something. That's one of the problems with doing things out of order. I don't know how much time that cost me, but it is what it is. That is rare. I don't usually do that. A 100% of people voted under 45 minutes. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna go crazy under. At this rate, it looks like we'll probably be at 41 minutes. Okay, actually, we'll probably 42. But I think we can get 41 or 39. Or sorry, 40 or 39 on the second run. I mean, to be fair, Ghastly was also minimum battles. Really, the only difference between Ghastly and Haunter is the amount of turns you get attacked. So, like, if I, let's say, 3-shot Thunderbolt versus Gengar, that 2 shots Thunderbolt versus Ghastly, that 4 shots Thunderbolt, you know, that's the time saved in Ghastly versus Haunter. I do remember that the Jinx here is all luck. Because I could get frozen twice. Unbelievable. You know, I'm starting to wonder if hypnosising that Jinx is worth it, because there's a 20% chance of getting frozen on the Jinx. And apparently 20% is just too high of a risk. Wow. Okay. Okay. It's a 3-shot. How in the world has that happened twice? 20% has that now happened to us twice. She's also crit us every time too. Hello, Sasha, welcome back. Sasha, you missed it. Somebody in chat made us do jumping jacks. Jumping jacks. It is what it is, game dev. I know, Sasha. You know, when people dangle the subscriptions and dangle the money in front of you, sometimes you do the thing that they ask of you. Okay, actually, you're right. It was just jumping. I couldn't do jumping jacks because of the roof, But if the roof wasn't an obstacle to me doing jumping jacks, I would have done jumping jacks. It looks like that battle with Lorelei is going to single-handedly cost us the 41. Although, to be fair, there's also we also have to hit the Alakazam with a hypnosis, although I probably think that's probably not as hard as one would imagine it is. But the battle there with Lorelei definitely cost us the 41. The lack of crits is also a little baffling. Like, we just got a crit there, yes. But for a Pokemon with an 18% crit rate, I think we got to really kind of unlucky with crits this run too. Oh, really? You survived that Pidgeot, huh? Why am I doing that? Thunderbolt has the... Oh, wow. Okay, so Thunderbolt's now worse than Nightshade. Good to know. Sweet. You have to put that Executor to sleep. You really don't have a choice. He will spam Hypnosis until he hits you with it, because he looks at it as super effective. All right, so first run 42. You know, it's not exactly the 45 the over-under was, but you know what? 91% of people got an easy over-under. Good job, guys. Give yourselves a pat on the back for understanding that my over-under was too generous. Sasha, if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the horizontal chat, I have a poll for how fast I'll beat the game, and the over-under was set at 45 minutes, and 91% of people voted under 45 minutes, and 91% of people were right. Only one person voted over. I wonder who that was. All right, let me go ahead and start a new over-under. How fast will I beat the champion? And we're gonna make it really hard for you to pick. We're gonna make it 41 minutes. That's gonna be so close, because I'm going to have to save a whole minute and a half from this run. I think it's doable because there's 7 resets, but there's always the chance I miss more hypnosises. I get hit by more 10% confusions. I get hit by more freezes. The odds of that are probably pretty slim, considering, you know, that's all of that just happened to me mostly was 10% luck. So the odds are pretty high. I'll do much better in the second run. All right, I'm gonna hit the restroom and I'll be right back, and we can start the second run. Anyways, like they always say, the chance is slim, but it's never zero. There's a chance you get mauled to death by a raccoon today. That chance is slim, but never zero. For me, higher than average because we caught a raccoon yesterday. The drink of the day, you know, it needs refilling, but it's called Diet Dr. Pete. It's basically just Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry. But you know what? Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry is my favorite drink. It's almost Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry. You can't ever beat Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry. And when I say Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry, this is my favorite diet drink. It's not my favorite drink. It's unfortunate. The only way I can get Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry is by going to Wendy's. They don't make it. Can I say slay for 30 seconds? No. That seems unnecessary. Okay, so let's see. I know we had a different name choice for this second run. The name is going to be Morty. Oh, lost. See, I think there's a high chance of that, you know? I think a lot of people have done experimenting with squirrels. They're very plentiful. All right. Oh, that's funny. You guys can't see it, but the Super Shucky thing actually says found Xbox controllers because I was playing the Oblivion Remastered. I sometimes switch it back and forth between controller and keyboard depending on my position. If I'm hunched over like I am right now, I'll do keyboard, and if I'm sitting back, I'll do controller. I don't really have like a super preference. Although, gotta say, when you are swimming underwater and the keyboard is so much better. The swimming in the game is not my favorite. It's more of it's really hard to go up. Normally in a lot of games, their space bar was just like the default go up, but in Oblivion, you have to point yourself in the up direction, then go up, or point yourself in the down direction and go back. Really annoying. All right. Okay. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but some of the sprites on this are hilarious when it's this purple. I sent Speed a screenshot saying this Squirtle looks evil or something of along the lines. Do another run with controller. Okay. I gotta tell you, it's not gonna go very well. Our name is Morty. But we will honor your $5 and we will definitely do the controller for the next run. I'll just need to turn the controller on for Rewazd. All right. So once again, no wild Pokemon. They take too much time. Game dev, I have no idea what the over-under will be for the controller run, though. I think you guys don't know the depths of how much worse I am with controller. I've said it before. The people who play with controller, they have kind of this advantage where there's no hesitation in your movement. You just change directions, and then whatever direction you changed, you're full send. Whereas with the keyboard, I have the decision of choice between stop movement and change directions immediately. So there's a higher upside with the controller, but unfortunately, you have to get to the point where controller and keyboard are equal. Like, you have to be equal in skill between controller and keyboard. And unfortunately, I can't get to that point with controller where controller and keyboard are equal. All right, I think 11 Nightshades. 11 Nightshades will beat Brock here. Yes, yes. Hit yourself. Hit yourself. That's what I like to see. There we go. Hit yourself. Oh, there's another bide. Okay. Oh, confused no more. And he hit. Okay, new run. I didn't save. Turns out one Nightshade is enough to murder you with bide. Interesting. Which, wait a second. How is it enough to murder me? Like, I can only do 9 damage. It means he can shoot back 18. How in the world did he do so much damage? I have no idea. All right, let's start that again. Like, you guys saw that. I switched to Confuse Ray. And I accidentally used one bide while Confuse Ray was up. Or, well, bide was up. Hick, I used one Nightshade while bide was up. And somehow he knocked me out from full HP. I guess so. I keep forgetting our nickname. Yeah, Morty. You know, Morty's got 2 Haunters that could easily just be Gengars. And he chooses not to, because you know he likes having the accompaniment of Haunters. Or Morty only has one friend. But have you seen Morty's hair? I think the odds of Morty having one friend are just too low. Although he does spend an inordinate amount of time in the burnt tower, which I can't imagine very many people in Ekritik do, considering it's just that weird building that's burned down. So maybe he just doesn't have any friends? Unlikely though. I think Asween and Morty are just those 2 nerds that go and do equally nerdy things in oh my god, really? In the same building. So it's more of a coincidence than a friendship. Like, Asween's just that nerd who's like, legendaries, yes. I know of them. I want to study them. And then Morty's just like, you know, I like deep, dank, and burnt places. See, there was always this chance where he just hits himself 4 times, and we have, like, basically a perfect Brock. All right, this time we're going to buy way more Pokeballs, because last time I bought 2, and I went for 2 for 2 on catching Pokemon, and It was really, really stupid. For some reason, my brain was like, oh, you got Nightshade. It'll be a 100% chance to catch. And while that may be true for the Pidgey, it's certainly not true for the Paras. The Paras can never have a catch chance higher than 75%. Unless maybe you freeze it. So my new strategy for Route 3 here is to use Nightshade on the normal types and to lick the non-normal types, which is the same strategy. However, now, because I will end with extra Nightshades to spare, I will now also Nightshade the Metapods and Kakunas. Wow, it's really unfortunate those are 3 shots and not 2 shots. Okay, well, you know, probably will have plenty of Nightshades still. Oh, 2. 2 is good. 2 means I can use 1 Nightshade here. Wow, this Pidgey was level 8. It was so high of a level, it wasn't a guaranteed 100% catch. Normally Pidgey on that route are like 5 to 7. Stop it. Stop it, Zubats. I've only went like 8 spaces. I've seen 2 of you. Much better. Why is everything purple? Because I changed the the color palette to make it so the sprite of Haunter in the Pokedex looks like it does, like it's supposed to. Stop it. Unfortunately, you never see Haunter's front sprite. Ever. Oh, I should have used 1 Confuse Ray. Oh well. I think 8 Nightshades will probably be enough for this trainer, so we'll just go ahead and Nightshade spam. Oh, oops. Sorry, I was looking at chat. How dare you? I was on my way out, Geodude. Why'd you do that to me? Alright. Confuse Ray. Alright. Now that I kind of have an idea of which battles I can lose, aka all the psychic types, I'll make sure to save a little bit less as well. There we go. 2 hit yourselves. 3 hit yourselves. That couldn't have gone better. And we got 9 Nightshades, so we can probably get a little bit further on the bridge before going back to heal. Oh no, my speed. I've been string shot and I'm still faster than Weedle. I noticed my level was high enough to knock that out in 2 hits. Same with this one. How dare you be confused no more? All right. Last trainer before we gotta go heal. Oh, crap. There we go. Apparently that Pokemon had 41 HP. Actually, I take that back. I can do this one too. Sweet. All right, now we go back and heal. Keep in mind, this is the heal that we normally do immediately after the arrival. I pushed it back all the way to the end of Nugget Bridge instead of the very, very beginning. So now I might be able to save that elixir. Why save the elixir, you might ask? Well, simple. I'd very much like to not have to grab the life ether on the SSN. The life ether is kind of out of the way. Oh, I have enough nightshades now to just switch to nightshade for probably, I guess not the rest, because the next trainer is going to require 6 nightshades, but let me just knock out this Ekans here with Lick, and then we can just spam nightshade from here on out. So a lot better management of my nightshades this time. I still have to grab the Death Ether here. Oh, you know what? This time we'll not battle that accidental trainer. This Pokemon's got 49 HP, aka I need 1 lick before I do 2 nightshades. And just because I don't want to lose, I'm going to use 1 potion just in case. In hindsight, I actually battled 3 extra trainers now I think about it. I battled the trainer in here. I battled... the trainer in Cycling Road. And the trainer in SSN. Crap, I forgot to save again. Okay, but this time we'll save our Nightshade PP by not knocking out Machop with Nightshade. Perfect. The reason why we have to knock out that Machop with Lick instead of Nightshade is we need the Nightshades for this upcoming Pidgey trainer, which we really have no control over. There's just so many normal types between this train. Oh, I got hit by Sand Attack. That's bad. Oh, I got hit by 2 Sand Attacks. That's very, very bad. 3 Sand Attacks. Oh my god, I got hit by 3 Sand Attacks. I only missed 1 time. That's impressive. crap. I just bought a Pokeball by accident. I don't know why I did that. All right, I'm going to actually skip this trainer too. I think this trainer is a waste of Nightshades. Just takes too long to beat this trainer up with moves that don't one-shot. Oh, it missed Sand Attack. Nice. Wrong move. That's all right. It did not hit itself, so we're good. Perfect. With 5 Nightshades, we can actually just go ahead and beat Surge without even using our elixir. We'll have to use some licks though. I actually just now realized that we only have 41 HP. That could be a real problem. In hindsight, probably should have used the Nightshades on that Voltorb since Voltorb is actually scary. I'm very mad about that. That's literally all on me. I might have to start over. How could I be this stupid? I have the resources to not do this, and yet I did it anyways. Yeah, I'm debating on starting over. I have the elixir. I have the full restore. That was all unnecessary. Yeah. Ugh. When you're dealing with the margins that we're dealing with, really can't afford to make stupid mistakes like that. That one was all just greed. Greed and stupidity. My brain thought, oh, I could beat Surge with just Lick and Nightshade. I don't even need to use my elixir. What my other brain should have told me to do was, what do you need another elixir for, dummy? You don't even need all the elixirs that you currently have. You can beat Bruno with just Psychic, so you actually have an extra elixir on top of the elixir. All right. I'm probably going to have another bad Brock now. Starter timer. Okay. Please stop. Stop that. I can't stand that out of like 1,000 runs, I still can't like go around that ledge without jumping over the fence half the time. That's one of the things I struggle with the most on like some of those Scott races. No matter how many times I start the game and go around that ledge or around that grass and jump over the fence, I still cannot get around. On the bright side, a lot less Metapod encounters this time than last time. And by less, I mean none. I did use one more Nightshade because I forgot to use Confuse Ray, but I don't think that matters. You're just not going to hit yourself. Got it. Okay. Okay, well. All we have to do is get to over half, and then even if he uses bite, it really doesn't matter. All right, so the Nightshades are for the poison types, the Metapods, and the Kakunas. Don't really know if Confuse Ray is really worth it at this point. I think last time on the Ghastly run, I used Confuse Rays because the licks weren't enough to get through the entire route with just the lick power. Like I needed someone that can hit some Pokemon to hit themselves. Otherwise, I didn't deal enough damage total, even with all of the licks. But I think Haunter's probably strong enough where you don't need the Confused Rays on anything other than that Rattata there. Oh crap, I just realized I probably should have the draft coverage on. All right, I got 2 Nightshades. All right, I think up to Route 3, I played a lot better. The 100% catch rate. Okay, so the Browns did take Travis Hunter. Of course, the Browns made a very, very stupid decision. And you know what? Knowing the Browns, not only was that the stupid decision, he's going to get injured in the first 2 games. I can call it. It was a stupid decision to take a guy who's plays 2 positions and even if he were to be drafted for either one of the two positions, second pick is too high. For both of them. But leave it to the Browns to make stupid decisions. They do it every single year. I don't know why it still surprises me. Why did I do that? Holy crap. I just noticed. It says there's been a trade between Jacksonville and Cleveland. I guess Cleveland now has the number 5 slot too. Interesting. Huh, I got the Paris. Nice. 63%. Take that. I don't need to get the great ball. We've been pretty lucky so far in this rival battle where the rival does not hit us with sand attack. Because the amount of nightshades it takes to knock him out, it's beneficial to use a confuse ray, because if he hits himself even one time, it's worth the not using PP of nightshade. Oh, actually, this Abra is a 2-shot, regardless of what happens. Same thing with this Rattata. Okay, we got 8 nightshades. 2 for the Pidgey, 2 for the Zubat, 2 for the other Pidgey, or sorry, no, the Rattata, and 2 for the other Zubat. Oh, why did it do that? That was stupid. All right. Rattata's a 2-shot. I don't know why I just did that. I guess I didn't trust the power of Lick. He never hit himself, so it was definitely not worth it. All right, this Pidgey's got 41 HP, so I have to use Confuse Ray. Perfect. All right, and now we got the Mankey, where I think it looks like 5 licks is probably enough to beat the Mankey, but I'm just going to use 1 Confuse Ray just in case. It never hit itself. Well, we got a crit, so I guess it worked out. I hate it when it says the pick is in, but it doesn't tell me who the pick is. Did that to me last year. I did not like it either. Lick doesn't do much to the Machop, but unfortunately it never hit itself. Alright, so let's see. I got 11 Nightshades. Interesting. 41 HP. Oh, that one's got 43. Don't want to 3-shot that one. Alright, we got 8, which is enough for this Rattata. And then just knock this Ekans out with Lick. Perfect. Oh, bummer. New York took the pass rusher that I wanted the Browns to have. Curious who the Browns are going to take at 5 now. Now they traded up. Crap, I forgot to take the Death Ether. I need the Death Ether. Need the Death Ether for after... what do I need it for? For after the trainer with the Spearow Rattata? Or sorry, Spearow Raticate. No, not hit my... No! No! God, I can't stand this Goldeen. Supersonic. This is why I Nightshade all the Zubats. Because this can happen on every single Zubat. That outcome that just happened to me, that would have knocked out Ghastly. Easily. So basically the only thing that could make me lose here is two bubble beam crits. With the Ghastly, it was just 2 regular bubble beams. With Haunter, it's 2 bubble beam crits. I think. Alright, so Confuse Ray. Lick. There we go. It hit itself 1 time. Confuse Ray. See, it has to hit itself at least 1 time, so that way it takes it down to 2 Nightshades instead of more. Now I'm going to save in front of Pidgey Trainer. Last time we got insanely lucky not to waste more PP than we did. Okay, no. Sweet. Sweet. Perfect. You know what? I think the worst pick the Browns could pick at 5 is Ashton Genty. I don't know if D1 is still listening. I don't think anybody here knows who Ashton Genty is. That was more of a comment for him. Okay, I still need to use the Ether. I'll do it upon saving. Who is Ashton Genty? He's the running back from who the heck cares state. He played a really, really good season, but he did it against a bunch of nobodies. And the one game, he played 1 game against a good team, and he got absolutely curb stomped. He didn't do good. He didn't do even a little bit good against the 1 game that mattered. So I personally think Ashton Genty is fool's gold. He played really good against a lot of really bad players. And for some reason, everybody likes him because of that. Okay, well, I have 45 HP this time, so quite frankly, I'm pretty sure I can still beat Surge. I have 4 more HP. You know what? Should I do it? Okay, if I use the full restore, I will not be able to get the 3rd calcium. But you know what? For basically a guaranteed Surge after what happened last time, maybe I should use the full restore. I don't need a 3rd calcium. Uh-oh. I'm paralyzed. Oh no, I got fully paralyzed. Oh my god, that could have Thunderbolt crit. That was almost as bad as it could have went. He used 1 X speed and that kind of saved me. Okay, well, that wasn't the best bagging, but it was significantly better than last time. I was just generally curious how much Thunderbolt was going to do because our special stat is so high. Oh, wow, that was not a two-shot. Ouch. Maybe I should have Thunderbolted that one. I am a little scared now. We don't have any healing items, and we could get hit by... So the reason why I did that was because this Cubone... Oh, I guess the Cubone wasn't a two-shot. Or was a two-shot. Wait. I actually don't know. At this point, I've forgotten if it's a two-shot or not. If this paralyzes me, I'm gonna be a little mad. Thank you. Okay, now all we have to do is basically not die to rock throws. I think that's the only bad outcome here. Perfect. Self-destruct, we'll take that. And we'll take that. No rock throw this time. Should have used Thunderbolt. Okay. Wonder what happened. Oh, I think that was a quick attack. Look at how few items I have. That's such a rare sight. I have so few items. So Zealous Pawn says that's a good strat. Gotta say, I really liked not having to edge around that bad trainer. I might start doing that. I don't think it wastes any time. I don't necessarily think it's a time gain either, but I definitely think it doesn't waste any time. Not the same. All right. Yep. As I recalled, we are not going to be able to buy 3 calciums. So be it. I don't think it matters very much in the end. Hey, Ike. You missed a run where I played like absolute garbage. Nope, wrong place, wrong place. Darn it, I did it again. I did that last time too. I don't think it wastes a lot of time flying there, but it's annoying that I did it. All right, well, our final move set is now in place. I don't think we can really lose to this rival outside of a really, really unlucky encounter with the Kadabra. I'm not even going to bother trying to put the Kadabra to sleep. I'm just going to double Thunderbolt it. All right. Obviously, we're going to outspeed these. We don't have to worry about them whatsoever. The only hard Pokemon in the entire tower, as we mentioned last run, is the Drowsy. And for good reason. Last time, the Drowsy got the 10% confused. I hit myself, and then the Drowsy put me to sleep. When in reality, that Drowsy can only attack me once, but because I hit myself in confusion, it got to attack twice. So, I mean, it has to basically hit me with Hypnosis for it to even register as a threat. Otherwise, it's just a 2-shot with Thunderbolt. Or I can get a crit. Way better. A lot less sweating. All right. We'll go ahead and do early Erica. I don't think it matters that much. She really can't do anything to us, so it's just kind of a tiny, tiny bit of extra levels. Thank you for the missed Hypnosis. Nice crit, that mattered. All right, last time we took basically no... Oh, it took basically no damage from Petal Dance. That's all right. We have a heal between now and by the time we get to Koga, so it really doesn't matter that we took damage. Damn it. I did it again. When you do early Psychic, it really throws off your flies. All right, well, we didn't battle that extra trainer this time, so that's good. All right. All right, last time that full restore actually helped. Okay, now fingers crossed we get some Thunderbolt crits here. Or at the very least, if we don't get a Thunderbolt crit, at least they don't use Confusion. Okay, well, that's the good outcome. Save here because we lost last time. Fingers crossed the Drowsy doesn't use Psychic this time. Ouch. Poison gas, perfect. Interesting. Browns took a person I didn't honestly think they would take. Their defense isn't that bad, so I didn't really think they'd draft defense. Outside of the pass rusher who's already been taken. Okay. Level 37. So really the only luck that can happen here is I keep forgetting that you want to go to the 10th floor first, because then you can just go to the 5th floor and then just... You don't have to go through the elevator as many times. All right, don't grab the carbos. You don't need it. All right. Dang it, I went to the 6th, but that's okay. Down 1. So now we can head just directly to the rival. We don't have to go out of our way or anything. Save just in case. I don't think the Pidgeot was a one shot though, so fingers crossed, no sand attack. Perfect. Crit Ember, not the greatest. All right, come on, hit. We missed. And we missed again. It's almost like we were sand attacked, even though we weren't. I can two-shot it. Probably. Oh, that wing attack did a lot more damage. I didn't want to get hit by Leech Seed. I'm just going to go ahead and try and two-shot. Oh, it's not a two-shot. It's not a two-shot. Okay. I don't think Blastoise can do much. Oh my god, if it used Water Gun, we would have lost. Okay, well, you know, we fell backward into that victory. All right. Let's pay attention to the amount of psychics we have. Ouch. Oh my god, it lived. That could have been a disaster. I would have went back to Rival 5. I just assumed at this point on, I couldn't lose. All right. Go do Lapras stuff. All right, well, at least I didn't screw that up. I think we're still making much better time than the first run. Just the simple fact that we didn't accidentally battle 3 extra trainers automatically makes it a better run than the first run. Why do I open my big mouth? Oh, interesting. We were going to battle, or we were about to use all of our rare candies right before playing. And now we got an extra level because of it. I'm curious if that matters. I just think it's comical that that extra accidental battle got an unintended level. It's nice using a Pokemon where you accidentally battle a trainer like that, and you don't have to worry about self-destruct even a little bit. Nice. Hey, it wasn't Fire Spin. Nice crit. That mattered. Fire Blast Burn doesn't particularly matter. And it wasn't a Fire Blast crit. That's all that we care about. All right. Now the question is, can we get a little bit of luck here on Sabrina? I forget what went wrong last time. I think we got 10% confused and hit ourselves 3 times on Mr. Mime. Ouch. That's a lot of damage we just took. I don't think we can survive an attack from... Yep, we couldn't. I made the right decision to go for Hypnosis. The outcome, though, was not favorable. And I got a special drop. Did I also get a Gen 1 miss after that special drop? Because it didn't die. Like, I understand that the Gen 1 miss happened, so be it. It is what it is, but the Kadabra should have still died. Crap. Oh my god, a 10% confused. Why is Sabrina the master of the 10% confuse? This happened in the first run too. Oh my god, and she got a crit special drop. What is the... And then another crit. This isn't even a hard battle. All I have to do is basically just make it through without any crits, without any special drops or confuse myself. And like basically she just needs to not crit. That's pretty much the whole battle. She just needs to not crit, and it hasn't happened yet. Okay, well that was on me. But regardless, she just basically doesn't need a crit, and somehow we got 4 resets. A special drop wasn't even on my radar of things to happen because she can use Psybeam or Psychic. Oh, wow, that's weird. Oh, never mind. That's not weird at all. That's expected. The Raiders took Ash and Genty. That's unfortunate for the Raiders. Small guy. Won't be able to see over the offensive line. Also, the Raiders don't have a good offensive line to begin. Well, actually, no, their offensive line is okay. They just have terrible quarterbacks. I believe I'm way faster than the Doug trio. Yep. So this is a can't lose battle. All right, we're in basically the same position of XP we were in last time. Okay, well, again, our luck basically goes down to can you hit Hypnosis or can you not hit Hypnosis? Other than that, really the rest of this battle is pretty irrelevant. Like, I'm putting this Execute to sleep just because oh, that Execute doesn't have Hypnosis. Interesting. So I guess it's not really as big of a time waste as I expected. Okay, well, it woke up. That's really unfortunate. I thought that, oh, wait, it could still paralyze me. Or will it spam Reflect? I think it will spam Reflect. Oh, wait. No. Never mind. It poisoned me. Great. Oh my god. Why are these not hard battles turning into hard battles? These are not hard battles. I already have as many resets as, or well, I guess technically, Ghastly had 8 resets. That just goes to show how applies again. Okay. I'm starting to think that putting the I hate hypnosis. I hate hypnosis with a burning passion. I played such a good run all the way up to this point. It doesn't matter because hypnosis sucks. And then obviously the Erica thing too. Oh, that's hilarious. Oops, wrong move. I hate hypnosis. Oh my god, a special drop on top of it. Fantastic. Gotta love it. Thank god I didn't use Hydro Pump. We're at 37. We're not getting under 41. Blame hypnosis. I would... Boy. If it weren't for that controller run, I'd consider doing a third one because this is a real... what do you call it? This is a real Lapras situation where a good Pokemon is getting a really, really, really unlucky performance. Crap. Like, extraordinarily unlucky on both attempts. Like, there's some, regular luck that I expect. I expect to get 1 reset due to hypnosis. I expect to maybe get 1 reset because of a hit myself, confusion. I don't expect it to happen 7 times over the course of 1 run. I don't think I can do this run with 0 resets, but I think anything under 4 is just unlucky. Or sorry, over 4 is just unlucky. I mean, you only have to hit like 3 hypnosises. Problem is I couldn't do it. We're gonna get 42 again. Honestly, we might not even get 42. Actually, there's a good chance we don't get 42. If we get another freeze, we'll have more resets than last run. And definitely end up with like 42. And actually, I don't know why I keep saying 42. There's no way we're going to finish in 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. I guess there really is no reason to have my second hand. This is just spam Thunderbolt and fingers crossed. Well, at least we got a crit. Oh, look. Lorelei really tried. She tried to add the luck component to the run. She did the best she could. That Hitmonchan's punching gloves are really purple. $42 for 3 trainers, basically just insights that I'm gonna get no resets from here on out. Okay, no badge boost. I'm curious how that... Oh god, no. Sleep and confusion? Yep, we're not getting 42. That's unfortunate. Don't you love it when your first run is better than your second? And the worst part is our first run we thought was pretty bad, like luck-wise. Like, we got 2 Frozens. We got a whole bunch of 10% confused. And in this run, we got even worse luck in the same battles. Pokemon's crazy. Like this is just a bad performance for for Haunter in general. In fact, we are definitely not going to beat the first run. I'm not even sure if we can first try these next two battles if we can get the first run's time. Oof. Disappointing. So I know since Scott does like 4 runs and whatnot, because he literally just cannot give up. He cannot accept a bad run. Happens from here and there, from time to time. I imagine Scott will play a third run here. I mean, we're gonna play a third run, but it's unfortunately gonna be with controller, so the run is basically dead. Of course I missed. Of course I missed. Every single hypnosis miss results in a crit or 10% confusion. It's insane. How does this keep happening? I've also managed to only get like, oh crap, that was an accident. I've only managed to get 1 important crit this whole run. Okay, well that crit might have mattered a little bit, but honestly, I probably should have just been using Nightshades. That's probably on me more than anything. It's like there's difficulty sliders, and I turned down my crit rate, and I turned my opponent's evasion up or something. Oh my god, it woke up. And it hit. Of course it hit. Why wouldn't it hit? It always hits. I missed again. Luckily, he missed. Crazy to think that. I looked over at the overlay for a second. I'm like, why does his hypnosis say 100%? And then I was looking at the wrong one. Ouch. We did a whole minute worse. The 80% of you that voted under were wrong. Ironically, I don't know if I don't think I can beat this time with the controller. I guess we'll find out. All right, I'm gonna hit the restroom, fill up my drink, and make sure my controller is working, because I turned off a lot of settings for the rewatch settings were messing with Oblivion, so I had to turn them off. I'm hoping it saved my settings. If it doesn't save my settings, I might have to just refund game dev, and I'm not going to spend my time remapping it. But I think it saves the settings, so we'll see. So if anybody is trying to figure out how unlucky these resets are, I think this run boils down to hitting 4 Hypnosis is like for the whole run. And every time you don't hit a hypnosis, it basically results in a reset. There's obviously the Sabrina that doesn't that could also turn things around because of the 10% confuses, but ignore the 10% confuses. Just the fact that I have to hit a hypnosis on the Alakazam, and then I have to hit a hypnosis on rival 5. I have to hit a hypnosis on rival 6. I have to hit a hypnosis on the champion. And I think that's it. So this run boils down to how many resets does it take to get 10 hypnosises, and then, or say 4 hypnosises, and then to not get 10% confused or special dropped. Let's see. 2 times, because one from, or actually 2 to 3 times for Sabrina. Confused or special, or sorry, frozen on the Jinx. Really, that's 5 random, like, random things that can happen. For the most point, this run is very, very consistent, and I just did really, really unlucky, really bad. And like, I don't usually like to blame luck. Luck is usually a cop-out. All right, apply. All right, let's see if that works. Oh, do I actually physically have to hit R myself? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try for a second here with I believe. Okay, R is the hold A button. Wrong button. And by wrong button, I mean wrong attack. I got the 10% special drop. Oh, right. 10% special drop means you're not gonna get that attack. I don't think I have enough HP to get by the rest of the Pokemon. Yep. Missed another hypnosis because I had to rely on all that. You just... I'm gonna check if I have the D-pad also set. Okay, so I do have the D-pad set. Okay, so left trigger is the spam B button. Why do you wake up? Why do you do that? Such a dick move. Oh, wrong move. Unfortunately, that badge boost doesn't matter. They level up. Okay. I miss. He hits. Very normal occurrence. Is it just me, or does the clicking speed seem smoother on controller as well? Full restore. Darn it. And immediately hit after the full restore because I couldn't anticipate the full restore. And immediately woke up, immediate hit. He just doesn't miss, you know? Okay. Okay, I think I can do it. All right. I am gonna add 5 minutes to the over-under, but honestly, I think I might be more than 5 minutes worse on controller, but we'll see. Right. How fast will I beat the champion? Over 47 minutes. Under 47 minutes. Forgot to write the word minutes. There. Okay. Well, good luck with that. I have no idea what the outcome will be either. Good luck or bad luck. I have no idea how that's gonna work out with the controller. All right. Reset the timer. Anybody got a nickname? Oh my god. If anything, I'll go with my default nickname if I don't get one. Or I guess I can go with one of the ones I didn't use. All right. We'll go with Annie's nickname of Spector. Right. And start our timer. Crap. Different buttons. I don't usually have to moves around too often. Oh Jesus, the controller's already starting to get a little sweaty. Oh my god, doors, my worst nightmare. Somebody voted under 47. They have too much faith. I don't think they understand that I'm playing with a controller right now. It's like, you know, telling somebody to play left-handed. You can do it. It'll just take longer. I walked in the wrong spot of the grass. I just got lucky. Well, I like controller. I usually prefer playing controller with video games. The reason why it's playing left-handed is because when you're playing something speed related, where every single second matters, it's a very, very different experience seeing how much time you constantly lose because you're just a second worse. Okay, he didn't use bide, so we're probably good by now. Yep. Getting pretty good luck, though. So far, our early game is very solid. Oh god, I tried to use the not D-pad, the analog. I switched the analog there for a second when I was walking up and down and left. The reason why is like it's really hard to keep my thumb in the middle of the D-pad without accidentally overextending a little too far. All right, one confuse ray. All right, nightshade. Yep, we got one hit herself. That's perfect. And just licks. It's nice to know that unlike Ghastly, all you have to do is just manage to hit your licks here, which are 100% obviously. And lick is strong enough to make it on its own through. Oh, I got a gem on miss. Lick is strong enough on its own to make it through the route, whereas before, Lick was not strong enough on Ghastly to make it through the route. Like you needed some hit yourselves to get through the route with Ghastly, whereas this one you can just make it through without with Lick. So really, you only want to Nightshade the Pokemon that you can't hit with Lick, or that will take too long to knock out with Lick, like Metapod. Really, all right. Reason why I say really is that's the only Pokemon that's not 100% level 8. In the grass, there's level 5 to level 8. I'm pretty sure even a level 7 goes to 100% catch rate with one Nightshade. Crap. Luck is actually kind of, interestingly enough, working in our favor for this controller run. We're getting less encounters here so far. Just happens to be on the controller run, which is not optimal. Okay, well, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe Zubats are just gonna bombard us in this last floor. Okay, still no Paris though. Level, it has 32 HP. It's such a evil amount of HP, considering I was level 15. Oh, really? Well, at least there's no normal types on his team. When does it run out? Oh, there we go. It ran out. On the Pokemon that can survive all the Nightshades. Alright, grab the Great Ball. I have to catch some Sandshrew while not knocking out Pokemon. Come on. Sandshrew, 33%. Sandshrew, 33%. Here, that's 4 encounters. That's more than 33. That's 5. Please don't offset our good luck with bad Sandshrew luck. Or bad Sandshrew and Paris luck. This is stuff that Scott doesn't have to deal with on his playthroughs because he just has the automatic Paris and then no encounters. But this is part of Pokemon. It's a part of Pokemon we don't like, but it's part of it. There we go. I think that's our first save since Brock. All right, Confused Ray. Nice. Oh, I've been hit by Sand Attack for the first time. I guess in hindsight, I didn't need to hit that Confused Ray, but every time I hit him with Confused Ray, that's one less Nightshade. Oh, it knocked itself out of confusion. Or removed itself from confusion. Well, that one last lick took forever. Luckily, it didn't result in a reset, and with 8 Nightshades, we can still get pretty far in Nugget Bridge before having to heal. Stop talking to that guy, gosh. Okay, so that's a 2-shot apparently, whether I hit the confuse ray or he hits himself or not. Wonder why that. Oh, I know why that's a thing. I know why I thought you have to use confuse ray here. At least, oops, wrong move. At least on the Pidgey. It's because in the Nuzlocke, if you're doing minimum battles, you can't battle the Weedle Metapod trainer. You have to battle the other trainer. And if you battle that other trainer, it results... Oh, I hit myself. No! I was using Nightshade too. It's like, come on. How much worse can that happen? All right, hold on. I have to add a reset. There we go. Why? Why does that Zubat have to be so good? Great. Now I technically healed one trainer early. And this Pidgey never hit itself, so I used an extra Nightshade. Well, it looks like all that good luck that happened to us at the beginning of the run is now royally screwing us in the back half of the run. We're not even in the back half. We're only 10 minutes in. Oh my god. Did I just use like 80% of my licks on one trainer? Like, jeez. Down to 8 licks. I have to go back and heal again. No, I have to use the elixir. The crazy thing is I'm not playing wrong. This is actually just what's happening. This would have happened to us whether we were on controller or keyboard. Very sad. It's crazy to think that of all the trainers where like sand attack luck is going to make or break what's about to happen. It happened to be a random trainer on the route rather than the rival. But I guess in theory, it's not an enormous deal. We can just pick up the life ether on the ship if we're not going to have the irregular elixir. Watch us get hit by 2 bubble beam crits. I can't believe everybody is still voting under. I must not know of the handicap. At this point, I'm actually thinking just from what's happened already, we're going to be closer to 50 than 47. Okay, if I would have hit myself, that would have been extraordinarily disappointing. Hey, no crit. Oh, there's one crit. I was right. I think two bubble beam crits would knock us out. Or at least it would get real close. But what just happened would have knocked out Ghastly. Right, 2 bubble beams in a row would knock out Ghastly. Luckily, you know, she's only got like a 50% chance to even use one. Right, hit yourself one time. Thank you. Now just don't hit me with hypnosis. Okay, don't hit me with confusion. Again, we did nothing wrong there. Nothing controller screwed us there. It's just one of those things that didn't happen the previous runs. Right? Nothing I can do here. Please just don't sand attack me. I was like, what the heck happened there? I went first. I'm like, oh right, of course I outspeed. They just seem to always outspeed me because they're always using quick attack. All right, I'm at 4 Nightshade, so I might as well go ahead and use the Life Ether. Or sorry, the Death Ether. Oh my god. All right, sell 34. Want to keep the potions. They're actually helpful before Surge. All right, we need to go get the Life Ether. And while I'm here, I might as well get the max potion. So this rare candy doesn't really matter. We were able to finish last run without it. But it takes a lot of time to knock out that trainer. And quite frankly, I'm considering skipping the 10th floor candy. Because we don't even need the Carbos or the 10th or the candy. And I don't want to have to battle the extra trainer. Uh-oh. Oh, you got a crit on top of it? Well, at least you hit yourself. So I guess it evens out. All right. I got the 2 potions. Yeah, 2 potions. That'll do. And I guess we'll use the ETH. Oh, that was close. Almost forgot to talk to the captain. That would have been crazy. All right. Cut. Ether. Potion. Dig. Cut. Save. All right, so I still have the full restore and the max potion currently. All right, I see D1 has messaged me. I assume that has probably to do with Travis Hunter. Of course he got a Thunderbolt crit. Of course. I'm literally as prepared can be. And he got a Thunderbolt crit. I mean, I guess the Pikachu also Thunder Waved me, but I'm not sure if that mattered very much. Oops. All right, dig. I keep doing that. I don't even remember what Pokemon I played last that had dig. I think it was Rhyhorn? Maybe? Okay. As we already know, Thunderbolt does not knock these out, so might as well just go ahead and Nightshade. I actually would have been preferred to be poison powdered there. Unfortunately, I'm poison type, so oh well. So apparently this next trainer does not have poison type, so I don't know if I can knock them out with Thunderbolt, but Thunderbolt definitely has the higher upside than Nightshade. Yep. Crap. Forgot to... I don't know why I save I haven't lost to him, but I guess technically there's always the crit. 59. So 59 would make it a 3-shot. So yes, the decision there to confuse Ray is definitely the right decision. Because I could, in theory, not get hit by one attack as an upside. Whereas if I just use Nightshade, them hitting me is the most likely outcome. I feel like that was the maximum amount of turns. That really sucked. Oh, that was close. Oh. Do you guys know you can't use the SS ticket in the cave? You can't just be like, hey, free tickets if anybody will let me through. Self-destruct, nice. Anything that's not rock throw is nice. They don't know that. You don't have to tell them it's the SSN ticket. You can just tell them it's a ticket to something. Free ticket here for anybody who will let me through. Oh, is this really not a 3-shot or 2-shot? Bummer. I have no idea how in the world Speed and the others do this with the controller. As you can see, every single little 1x1 I run right into, or I walk right around in the most awkward way. Holy crap, how am I not able to pick this up? This is normally like insanely easy. All right, apparently I don't need to heal there. All right, full restore. Nope, can't sell the bike apparently. Max potion. I'll get by the 8 super repels. 1 those. Am I still too poor? Oh, I blacked out. Right. Oh, wait, I can afford it. Never mind. Even with the blackout, I can still afford it. Ow. Weird. Oh, I never blacked out. I won. But it still counted as a reset. All right, Celadon. I go over that fence so often. Bye-bye. No! Oh my god. What am I gonna do now? I guess I'm just going to be thunderbolting instead of nightshading some of the hard battles in the late game. Oops. I mean, I looked at the moveset. There aren't any other options. I guess I'm just gonna have to hit more hypnosises. Why did I save? That's so stupid. Yeah, we can learn self-destruct and explosion. I could teach Mega Drain, but that would actually be worse. Yeah, Mega Drain just wouldn't do anything. But then again, I'm not going to use Confuse Ray for the rest of the game, so I guess there's no downside to teaching Mega Drain either. There's Rage, but that's worse than Thunderbolt. I'm thinking in terms of like Executors and Alakazams. There's just no point. I might as well use Thunderbolts. Of course, it hit Hypnosis. It got a Confuse Rate crit. And it got a 10% Confuse on top of all of that. It got a 10% Confuse. Sometimes this game is just cruel. All right. Well, sounds like I'm actually going to need this PP up for Thunderbolt. Since all my Nightshades are now going to be diverted to Thunderbolts instead. Like this battle. Don't need to save. It's not. We're just spamming Psychic. Oh, my drink's empty. Why? Why so many sleep powder hits? Do you not understand how much pain I'm in already? Do you have to add extra turns? Right, Thunderbolt's been upgraded. Oh, I should have waited until after I got the second PP up. Oh well. All right, there's no guarantee I can actually pick it up. Of course. There we go. There we go. Might as well teach Mega Drain over Hypnosis. I don't know what I'm going to use it on, but you know, sometimes it's fun to find out. God, every single time I go up to something that's a 1x1, it is just killing me. And my thumb is already starting to hurt. I don't know how these people do it. My right thumb, too. My button clicking thumb is the one that hurts. Oh, I haven't touched my phone screen in so long. The screen just went black. For anybody wondering, I have it on the maximum amount of time. Apparently, infinite is not an option, I think. Or I just don't remember there being an option. But I think it's set on 30 minutes. I haven't touched my phone in 30 minutes. Ironically, it needs my thumb to turn on. Okay, now I should be able to do it. There we go. These really not two-shotting? Wow. Hey, so far so good though. Steal it. The one quarterback. Oh crap! I forgot to save. Well, fantastic. Okay, well we need to put this hypno to sleep. It woke up immediately. Ironically, if I just okay, well you know sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. We played that one so very wrong. Hypnosis missed basically every single time, and it didn't matter. Opponent didn't use it. Confusion for some reason. I got a special drop. Nice. Right. No, I didn't heal. Good luck trying to get through Silphco with 4 psychics. Alright. We're gonna actually skip the 10th floor this time. We've needed this hyper potion every single time. Hey, maybe we can get a first try roll of 5. That would be pretty cool. Alright, we tried to use bike attack. It didn't work. That was a crit. Potion, nice. Hey, we hit the hypnosis. Nice. And then I used it again. Perfect. Bike attack. What do you mean, Palladia? Which game is that? I didn't even take enough damage to even need the heal, but I'm gonna heal anyways because you know last time. Oh my god, we can actually use the Mega Drain on the Marowak. Oh wait, but Psychic will do more damage. But I guess it saves me more Psychic PP. Yep, it definitely did not knock it out. Okay. Yeah, I know now. Bike attack. Where your bike is the actual Pokemon. That's hilarious. Oh, darn it. I missed it. I missed my one opportunity to use Mega Drain. Darn it. It's really funny how the luck is actually kind of working out on this run. It's very sad because we're playing on controller. All right. 4 Lapras, 3 Lapras. Hey, we did pretty good there in that menuing. Ah. 1x1's my worst enemy. I walked one extra step over to the side. I did not know you can actually dodge that guy from that spot. I thought if you went one extra spot, that guy would see you. Oh, we didn't battle that one extra trainer this time, so we're gonna be one level lower. So we skipped the 10th floor candy, and we skipped this extra optional trainer for a level up, so we're gonna be 2 levels lower in the end. I'm curious if that will make any difference whatsoever. Interestingly enough, we're probably still on pace for that 47. Obviously, we threw away 41 long ago, but 47 is still in play. I also did not rare candy. So we're seeing what would happen if I didn't rare candy. Rex Raptor, that's bald. Unfortunately, I can already tell you Andy was going to say no. Even if you're the best looking guy in the world, Andy would still say no. If you know what I mean. And it's okay if you don't know what I mean. I wonder if oh gosh. So it's looking like the rare candy is the right idea. That Arcanine is hard. Also, now I'm slower than the... well, actually, I'm speed tied with the Alakazam. Oh, wait, I'm about to level up. No, the speed tie doesn't matter. Up, down, down, left. Although, we're probably just going to win because we're not going to get 10% confused. Holy crap, I got special drop. Never mind. You know, our bad luck on Sabrina still continues. Special drops, 10% confuses, you know, all the stuff you can't plan for. Hey, she used Psywave. Nice. Wow, second try. That's our best attempt yet. That's crazy. I wonder if we can get 2 level ups here on Giovanni. Because right now we're actually faster than the Doug Trio, which is one of the reasons why we used rare candies on the Ghastly run right before Blaine. Why did I save right here? That's irrelevant. This guy's a potion. Yeah, I got a crit. We'll never know if that Thunderbolt can knock out Machop. I have a suspicion it will. At this point, because this is a controller run, I'm just gonna try and see what happens here. It's not that okay. Well, we got a crit again. We're never gonna know what's gonna happen here. Why did I do that instead of Mega Drain? There are literally like 3 targets in this whole entire run to use Mega Drain on, and I still haven't done it yet. Now there's only Rival 6 and the Champion to use Mega Drain on. Like Annie's response. Ironically, I have an Instagram, but I think I have like 1 picture on it. I think I made it because someone told me to make it, but then I never used it. I have a Facebook for the sole reason of when websites have Facebook logins, not because I use it. Hey, I use Mega Drain. Be proud of me. Dang it, why do you wake up? Oh, thank you for taking in sunlight. I appreciate it. All right. Oh my god, I hit a hypnosis. This run, am I really about to hit every hypnosis this run? Are you serious? Was this the run we were really supposed to have with the keyboard? Unbelievable. What am I? Ah. We are still way ahead for the under. Dang it, why did I do it again? For some reason, my brain keeps on switching to the Pokemon. It's like, hey, the Pokemon's not going to use the bike for you. All right, come on, don't screw this up. There we go. And the one thing that people complain about the most with the controller, this candy over here, we're not even picking up, so that's not going to be an issue. People say that that's a really, really hard candy to get on controller. What's really annoying is you can't just, like, when you get the message that your repel has run out, you can't just click pause. You actually have to click A or B to make the message go away. Oh man, my thumb hurts so much. My right thumb. My A clicking thumb, which is crazy because I don't even click A. I use my right trigger to click A. But whenever I need to click something like in a battle, like where I need to specifically not like over click A, like right here, I use my right thumb. All right, so let's see. I don't have any candy, so we're good. All right, watch us not get a freeze again. Hey, I got a crit. Wow. Okay. Not heal or anything. Just go right up to him. If I wasn't spamming Psychic, I would have considered using Mega Drain and then just going directly to Agatha. But unfortunately, because I do have to use some Psychics, I will just do everything the normal way. All right. So I guess we're just spam Psychic. We have not used a PP up, so we do need to use Thunderbolt at some point. Okay. Gotta say, did not see Dream Eater crit coming. I got the special drop. Nice. And I got another special drop. Nice. I don't think these special drops really matter, but, you know, it's funny. Another special drop. Oh, no, I'm hitting myself too many times. That's crazy. I don't actually remember what the special drop percentage is, if it's 30 or if it's 10. Boy, we're way under 47. Apparently 80% of people are right. Although I think some of those 80% of people didn't know we were using controller. Nice crit. I missed it, but why did some of those thunderbolts not hit? I think those first two thunderbolts, something happened because I didn't hit them. Ah, darn it. All right. All right. See, I didn't use the early rare candies, so my level up right now is kind of messed up. But the important thing is I'm faster than Alakazam. No, used the wrong move. Somehow I clicked down one time and it clicked down twice. And it looks like this is gonna end up being a never punished. Thank you, right on full heal or max potion. Oh, I missed two. Oh my god, that's nothing. All right, well, Psychic's got the chance for the special drop at least, which I just got. Uh-oh. No, of course he hit it. Oh, I woke up. Nice. Don't freeze me. Thank you. 45-30. Hey, we hit the under. Well. Controller run hit the under. It's really unfortunate that today we did not beat Ghastly by a whole ton. But, you know, we got a 42, which was how much faster than Ghastly? 2 minutes? It was 2 minutes faster than Ghastly. And I have a feeling if we were to play Gengar, we'd probably get a 40. So, because quite frankly, the only difference between Gengar and in Haunter is the ability to learn Strength, which does not matter because I think Nightshade's still going to be better than Strength. And also the higher attack stat, which will matter for those early game licks, be less Confuse Rays. And really, it just goes down to the exact same thing the Ghastly and the Haunter run went down to. Hypnosis Lock. So really, it doesn't matter. Why would Gengar use Strength? Well, you know, we don't know. But I had to use Gengar with Strength for my Nuzlocke run because my rules are that if you have a Pokemon in your party that can learn in HM, you must teach them in HM. It really sucks for Cut, but it's really hilarious that my Gengar has to use Strength. Luckily, it doesn't learn, like, you know, Strength and Flash. That would really, well, I guess the Flash wouldn't matter so essentially I have to use Strength instead of Nightshade. It's almost equivalent to Nightshade. Luckily, Gengar's attack stat's actually not that bad, but that's fun. That's fun. But yeah, I think Gengar could definitely improve. I know that, like, if we were to do a run with like Zealous Pawn, he'd probably try and go for, like, I don't know, like a 37, I bet you. And he would probably never stop playing Gengar until he gets 37. Unfortunately, that's too much Hypnosis Lock for me. And also, he's really, really good at, like, the bag and the overworlding and whatnot that I'm not. So, it is what it is. The important thing is I beat Ghastly. If I did not beat Ghastly, I was, in fact, going to start over and over again. So we beat Ghastly by 1 whole minute or 2 whole minutes, and that's good enough. But anyways, have a nice night, guys, and I will see you again on probably Monday. Right now we're in the closing steps, but we now actually have an end date. The end date is Wednesday. I have to go and sign paperwork in person on Wednesday. So there's a good chance that next Thursday run, we probably won't be able to do unless you go from closing paperwork to immediately moving in the very next day, which I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe once I sign that paperwork, the house is mine. I don't know. But regardless, that will depend on that situation. So have a nice night, guys. I will probably see you. Well, I will see you on Monday. I might not see you on next Thursday. We'll see. Bye.